how do I feel? I'm flabbergasted. I haven't slept, really, to be honest. Truthfully, I haven't. I probably look a bit bags under the eyes now. Because it's sort of an iconic part of our culture, and like my granddad knows about it, my dad knows about it. I mean, it's been going since 1963, and I think it sort of has the iconic kind of status that Robin Hood or Sherlock Holmes, and I'm sort of taking that on. That's my responsibility. It's exciting, nerve-wracking, exciting. Stops me sleeping.
I'm actually jealous. That's the truth of it. That was my first reaction when I discovered who Descartes, because I've loved my time on Doctor Who, and I've been happily sailing off, and I've been really strongly thinking, oh, lovely, done my bit, move on, look forward. And when I heard what they'd done, I felt jealous. I felt a great big gut kick going, damn, that's going to be good.
We auditioned people in what I'll call top secret locations, but were just actually slightly unpleasant hotels. We got all these wonderful actors in deadly secrecy, and you'll never know their names, to stand there and pretend to be the Doctor for a while.
The audition process was a mad audition process. It's unlike anything I've really ever embarked on for an audition, because usually at an audition you're allowed to tell people, and usually it's in an office or a studio or something, and this was in a hotel.
He was just spot on, right from the beginning. The way he said the lines, the way he looked, his hair, you just thought, oh, that's him. Trouble is, it's the first day. Trouble is, it's 1 hour into the process, and you've been bracing yourself for months, so you can't believe it.
I don't think we kind of let ourselves believe it until about 3 weeks later, because we all felt we had to be utterly diligent.
We thought we had to keep going and keep looking and keep finding out people, but in the end, it was mad.
I got a message from Stephen, an email from Stephen at 4:30 one Saturday afternoon, where he basically said, it's Matt, isn't it? And it kind of always has been, which was what we sort of knew from the start.
Obviously, it's quite a weird audition, because you're auditioning for the Doctor, and there's a huge legacy that comes with that, and there are huge expectations, and I just think it's important to sort of, and I mean, this is what I told myself, to be brave enough to make my own choices, and that were choices that are based on me and my personality and my life and the age of my life and the time in my life and my relationship with the show and the text and the world of it and stuff, you know.
I think the reason that we went for Matt was simply because he's a superb actor.
The hiddenness and the secret and it just makes it a bit more magic in a way.
It's funny though, because as I sort of begin the end of my connection to all this, I do feel a bit jealous of Matt, who's kind of just about to start, and he's got all this ahead of him. It's a very exciting journey to go on.
It's like any secret, it bubbles up inside you, and the longer you keep it, the more mad you go, I think, and the more you're trying to suppress it. And then I'll be in my flat watching the TV, and sort of Doctor Who will be on, and my flatmate's there, and I'm watching it going, God, I'd love to share the new Doctor, but I can't, you know. And it's but it's also quite exciting, because it gives me a sense of mischief that I know something that the rest of Britain doesn't know, just for a bit, you know. It's
a great honour to be in the middle of something that gets that much attention and love from people, but it can be quite overwhelming at times, you know. It's a big decision to take something like this on, and of course you don't really know that at the time. You don't quite know what you're letting yourself in for.
I have been warned about sort of what to expect, and I think that David's going to be quite a good source of information for that as well.
There's the initial decision to take the part at all, and then once you've done that, you slowly start to realise you've got to make some quite big decisions. You know, what's the Doctor going to wear is a question you're asked 14 times a day.
What I did actually when I got the role is I paced around the room for about 3 days, because I didn't know what to do, so I'd sort of just get up and then I'd come back and then I'd sit down and then I'd watch a bit of TV and I'd just sort of smile and go, I'm the Doctor, and then oh, it's weird.
You realise that you've got to make these quite fundamental decisions that will sort of define what you are in this role, and again you're making all those decisions before you've started filming, so it can be a little bit intimidating.
I've got this wonderful sort of journey in front of me where I've got this kind of 6 months to build this Time Lord, you know, and that's such an exciting prospect, because I love that part of being an actor. I love the discovery of it and the being a detective bit.
Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Doctor Who YouTube channel.